Monday, 16th of October, halfway through the 4th month of business. And the new vlog from last week is doing amazingly. 191, and it's the usual time I kind of check in, so definitely kind of the best yet. Subscribers kind of spiking up to 463 as well, so all going well in that direction. Not a great deal of comments, just a couple of comments. Twinzer with a great week, and Megan H commenting that she loves watching the videos from Ireland, so hello to the Emerald Isle. Loved it there. It's a lovely place. The store, we'll get to the orders in a minute. It was kind of a tale of two halves. Kind of a really busy Saturday and then a really quiet Sunday. We are sitting at, for the start of the week, 146,905, 8439 individual lots. We have had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 orders over the weekend, of which I think all but 2 came in on Saturday, and then it was absolutely dead yesterday. Why that is, I have no idea. So let's have a quick look, excuse me, at what we've got. A few repeat buyers, the first one being a repeat buyer, and a few little selections of used parts from those bags that we started last week showing up. This one, I'm loath to say bits and pieces, but you know I do. Some white parts and some just general bits and pieces. I'm thinking in some of these orders there's a bit of a snowy theme starting to appear. This one, I don't actually know where those parts came from. I think they might be out of the Slave, mightn't they? Jango Fett's Slave. I think that's where they are from. That's good. And then this one has got a couple of minifigs, Darth Maul and a Mandalorian, and then a whole bunch of black plates and parts, a Scarif Stormtrooper. Interestingly, no international orders either over the weekend, having had quite a few in the week. This one, a couple of record tiles and a wall tile plate and some catapults, or slingshots as they call them, but I would have called them catapults. This one is from a repeat buyer, and they left a message saying they were creating some Mills road plates. Now, I kind of knew what that was, but I had to Google it just to double check. And that's those base plates that they kind of build up on a large base plate. And then you use blocks like this and Technic bricks to connect them. And then you kind of put 2x4, or in this case, maybe 4x6, plates over the top to create a very light but very strong base plate. From what I can understand, the benefit of that is you can take out plates and adjust it, so if you're running lighting, you've got kind of like a sewer works underneath to run that into. So good on you, which does perhaps explain why these kind of plates and those 4x4 plates go out the door so quickly. I hadn't thought of it until that message. Was missing one of those dark orange ones. It's possibly in the drawer somewhere, but search as I might, I couldn't find it. Some more used parts, a whole load of dark, not dark, some reddish brown. This one is 2 orders, in fact, and it's a buyer who has still got a cart open. They've kind of pending, but they're still shopping. Couple of pistols, flat silver and a pearl grey, and some trousers on that one. And then over here we've got the first one that definitely looks like a Christmas order. Lanterns, icicles, a Christmas wreath type thing. The medium nugget bricks that I got in straight back out the door. Interestingly, I had 13 of these listed, but I only had that many, so either I've completely balls that up, or they're hidden in another drawer somewhere, but I went through nearly all the drawers and I could not find them for the life of me. Over on Brickowl, second Brickowl order, I think it was only 2 Brickowl orders. Black Panther sticker. I don't know why they call that a sticker sheet, because it's just a sticker, right? But anyway. This one, a couple of minifigure parts, and what do you call that thing? Transclear minifigure neck bracket, which I only had 1 of. Here, some more of those things that I managed to get a big bulk of a way back, which is good. And some plates. This one is Chopper and a Luke Skywalker. This one is Ahsoka and Captain What's-His-Face out of the new Ghost. Some minifigure parts and bits and pieces. You love how I say that. Whole bunch of things. That one's going in one of these standard letters. 525, so I'm going to have to be careful on the weight of that. I think in cases where I'm going over the, what is that price bracket? Weight bracket 250. I just won't include the part listing because it's obviously a bit of weight, so I just have to be careful about that as I go. And then the final one is again a whole bunch of white parts and a mixed bag of other bits as well. So that's where we're at. Pretty decent. An awful lot of them, all but 2 I think, all of them domestic letter, a lot of them at this new $3.90 price. Which kind of I think justifies the change in price. It's certainly brought orders in, which is good, and long may that continue really, because it has been, as I say, a very slow Sunday. That said, in terms of the week, we have actually gone past, but there is a bit of a delay in Brick Freedom, and as you can see here, sales for the day 43, but total sales for the week is 43. So they've got a few bugs going on with their statistics as well. But 44 it is, because there was one late yesterday. It's just not updated here. So we have gone past last week's total, which was 44. Oh no, so we're equal to last week's. Oh no, it's clocked over into week 42. That's why. So 44 versus 43 last week, although the total sales income was almost $1,000 less for one more sale, which is a bit of an interesting thing, isn't it? 6.3 sales per day is absolutely fantastic. Average sales, I don't know how that stacks up against week 40, but I can go back and look at the screen grabs that I take. So yeah. October as a whole is storming along. We are ahead of last month's total already, and we are up on September's total sales, which, oh no, we're not. 108 last month and 92 so far this month, and obviously we are halfway pretty much. What is it? It's the 16th, so we're a little over halfway. In terms of the colours to start the week, light blue grey is the winner, but white is coming fast. I expect white to start challenging, given that Christmas is coming. I think that's my hunch. We shall see. And kind of we sold out of a lot of parts over the weekend, which has meant that the inventory want list has been beefed up. But I was doing a little bit of research in terms of what was a good guideline figure for reinvestment of revenue into inventory, and they think it's about 20% of revenue should go into inventory. So as you all know, I can't do the maths, but kind of whatever that is divided by 100 times 20, it will give us an idea of where we should be in terms of reinvestment for inventory on revenue, which might be an interesting calculation for me to do, which I might do later on, and see how that stacks up against the forecast thing that I did. But first jobs first, get all these orders packed and get them to the post office, so I've got a nice clean desk to kick off the week, and then I'll report back on the plan for the week. So it's just before lunchtime on Monday, and another order has come in, which is 100 no, 244 items across 91 lots. So one of those orders that takes a little while to pick. But I thought I'd just go back to what I was talking about in terms of how I'm managing kind of inventory on popular parts. So as you can see there, kind of 3023, I've got a big bin of those, plenty of stock in the white, 803 still of those in stock, and 472 in the black, so no panics on them. In terms of the round bricks, I've only got 9 in stock of the red ones, so that is something that I would then put down on my kind of list. So what is it, 3941, oh, you can't see what I'm doing, red. So I just make a note of it and then go back to the pick list. Got plenty of them. These 3245Cs, I've only got 10 of them in stock, but to be fair, I haven't sold very many of those, so I'll probably wait till we get under 10 of those, just because I just haven't sold many of those at all. 6x10 plates, we're down to 7 of those, 3033, so 3033 black goes on the list. Green circles, they're not too bad. I've got plenty of whites, 22 of the 6x8 still, loads of those, plenty of those. In the 2x14s, we're down to 11 of those. Again, not a great seller, haven't sold an awful lot of those so far, so I'm not going to panic on that one just yet. Not that I'm panicking at all, but you know what I mean. And then these 4x4s, they seem to do okay, but nothing too low on those. Shovels, I don't really go out on my way to have things like that. I think they come along in enough sets, and it's a thing that somebody picks up here and there. I don't think people are buying a lot of volume of them, so that's okay. So what else? Barrels, containers, not really gonna kind of stock up on them again. It's a here and there. I've only got one of those in black. Interesting. That is interesting. Okay, 92593 in black. And then everything else, again, don't sell an awful lot of those, so I'm not going to overly stock up on those. Those fences, I guess if people are doing, I might have a look what those prices are of those. There's a lot of black parts in this order, wasn't there? Everything else seems to be pretty good stock. Those, I've sold a few of those recently. 30165, dark blue, grey. Those red domes, those generally sell intermittently, but I don't know. I'll have a look how many of those are selling across the board. I don't know whether they're a popular seller either. One to research and see whether or not it's worth having any in stock. Those little steering wheels, I had quite a few of those, and they have gone in probably 2 or 3 orders, so it might be worth having a little look at those. They're already on my replenish list. I don't know whether they are those black panels, but again, kind of a popular piece. Steering wheels, similarly, kind of, if you've got them, you've got them. I think it's one of those, it's not a deal breaker if someone's going to purchase something. And I think I've got those on a list already in white, but I'm just going to check they're in the restock list. And then through we go. Those ones in black, 3660 black, they're running low down to the last 8 of those. Yeah, and that's it. So then I mark that order as processed, but I won't do that, even though it is all picked and ready to go to the post office with everything else, which is good. but I won't click that right now because that'll reveal the address, and we don't want to get into a world of pain about all of that again, do we? So then what I do is, so we have our list, and we'll just pick the item at the top here, right? 3941, 3941, round brick. Let's find it in red. There it is. According to the price guide, it's averaging out at 8 cents. There's a lot available at 4 and 5, which is good. I sold mine for 10. So if I'm buying them at 5, I'm making 100% on them, which is good. So then all I do is add it to my wanting list, set my minimum price. I want them new, and let's say I want 25 of them, and then I just add it to my October restock, and there we are. And then, you know, if I wanted them in a hurry, I could just zip through and say, okay, who's got them? Baxter's Bricks, they're doing it with a 30% discount. I'll maybe have a look what else they've got in terms of my October restock, see if they've got a lot of the parts that I want or not. And as you can see, there's a lot of red, so a lot of the stuff there is on my October restock, they're pricing above what I want to pay for it. But I'll have a little look through and have a look at a few of the retailers, and that's pretty much how I work out whether or not I'm going to be buying stuff for the store based on that. Yeah, I thought I'd just share that. So get this one packed up and add that to the pile and get it off to the post office. It's a beautiful 36 degrees outside, so enjoy the walk in the sun, I think, and I'll catch you in a little bit. That seems to be tradition. Just as I'm about to go to the post office, another order arrives. 2 minifigures this time. Darth Vader back to tank, and the U-Wing pilot from, is it from Rogue One? That one, I think it is, isn't it? Nice minifigure, that one. Really nice helmet and torso print. And I don't know what the Darth Vader's from, actually. Is it from the meditation chamber? Or is it from something else? Not sure. Anyway, those two heading out on express shipping, so pop them in the box and off I go. Morning, Tuesday, and 7 orders in overnight, and it's a bit of a return to the minifigure bonanza, to be fair. First up, kind of a bit of a mixed bag of new and used parts. There's a few that are kind of a bit mixed, and one of the old school Ewoks from back in the day. This one is off to the States, so a whole bunch of minifigure parts and a couple of accessories, a string, and some blue parts, which kind of, whilst it's great getting the order, you know, the shipping is almost as much as the order. Well, it is more than the order, and none of those parts are particularly super rare, so either they just love the videos or they love the store, or don't know, maybe that pickaxe is super rare in the States or something like that. I don't know, kind of a confusing one. This one is one of those classic cock-ups by me, so 25 of these bad boys listed, solid stud, and 5 of them, focus, are hollow stud. So they're actually, the hollow stud ones are they're all used, but the hollow stud ones are probably in better condition. So I've reached out to the buyer to see if he's happy with the hollow studs. They're actually more expensive, but I've just said, look, it's my cock-up, so I'll wear that one if you're happy with it. This one's a little bit of Star Wars action, 5/1, and what's the other one? 2/12, and some 1x12 plates. Easy, straightforward one. This one, a whole bunch of black stuff, and one used grey 2x4 tile. This one's split down the middle between kind of new and used. So all of this is the used stuff. Those red hinges I already had, but the rest of all of this used stuff really is out of the UCS slave that I kind of broke down a while back, if you were watching that one. So there's that one, and then the final one is all minifigures. So a whole bunch of heads, torsos, leg assemblies, mainly City, and a couple of one Star Wars. There's a couple of Star Wars heads in there actually, and that torso and legs is from some Imperial officer, I think, isn't it? So one Hoth kind of rebel pilot from Indiana Jones, and a couple of the City Arctic Explorer things from that set that I parted out a little while ago. So that's good that, you know, eventually these things all move. So yeah, 7 orders, pretty good, I think, after a quiet Sunday. To get 7 on the Monday, I'm quite happy with that. Kind of last Monday was crazy busy, so kind of Monday seems to be a good day. What it has kind of alerted me to is that I need to order some more of these smaller box envelope mailer things that I use, because the majority orders are going out in them. Then kind of the next up are those little boxes that kind of I went through on my the equipment video that I did a little while ago. But yeah, I'm gonna get another order in for those. Working on the premise that I go through 2, 3, 4, 5 a day. I'll run out in less than a week unless I get some ordered. I did a couple of part outs last night, just little ones, so I've still got some bits to put away in the 2 litre and 5 litre tubs. I kind of save those till I've got a bit more volume of them. I'm going to do some more parting out today, but I'm going to part out some of the weird and wonderful sets that are up in the cupboard, starting with Disney princesses. I wonder why they went with that and not calling it Moana, because that's who it is, isn't it? Although I don't know who her little friend is, because she didn't have one in the film. Her little friend was a chicken, wasn't it? Anyway, there's a nice white dolphin. I bet that goes quick when that's listed. And some different kind of coloured parts and stuff like that. So I figured I'd go through those Disney sets and get those listed. I listed a Batman set last night and a couple of Star Wars sets that I had waiting to get sorted out, which took us back up to 148,236 parts. So yeah, I did the N1 Starfighter, which I was talking about, and I did that Batmobile, the Penguin Chase. Value wasn't great on that one, but it was part of that Facebook Marketplace little haul that I got way back whenever. So finally got them listed. I quite like the minifigure. The torso is pretty cool, actually. You know, cheap as, but torso's cool. I don't understand the headband on him. I don't remember Batman wearing a headband at any time, but yeah. Over on YouTube, $2.99. That video has gone off fantastically, and I mentioned in it Tanya from the Sydney Brick Emporium, and she's actually left a couple of comments, which is lovely. One saying that she was like very happy to get a mention, always happy to give everyone a mention. You know, I use a lot of stores myself, and some of them are really good, and those ones deserve credit where credit's due, because they're part of the reason why I'm here. But she's also left a comment about the horses. Now, you will remember the horses. The horses weren't in fantastic condition, but she said in this that if you put them in laundry whitening powder for a couple of hours in the sunshine, it might help them. So I've got a whole load of nappy. Is it nappy sand or something like that? I don't know what it's called here. I just remember that from when the kids were little. So, excuse me a minute. Let's grab the what do you call it? The herd? Was it a herd of horses? Pack of horses? Don't know. I don't know whether you can see how kind of funny coloured they are. Trying to get this out with one hand is not going to be easy, is it? Use your teeth. Or as my dentist said, your teeth are not a tool. You can insert your own joke there. But you can see, I mean, this one's in shit condition, isn't it? Yeah, they're all in pretty bad condition, aren't they, when you look at them in the harsh light of day. He's not too bad, but well, you can see when the light reflects on him, he's quite scuffed up, isn't he? Is that classed as playwear? I don't know. I'm sure someone will comment that how can I conceivably think of selling these as anything? Looks like he's what's happening there, right? Jesus. This guy needs a vet. Anyway, they are in quite a yellowed condition, and I don't imagine they're going to sell, but I'm interested to do the experiment to see whether or not they get whiter when you put them in nappy sand and stuff like that. So what I'm going to do, why is it the same size on all of them though? I'll tell you what's weird about this, right? Not that anyone actually cares, but it's not like I've ever displayed these, right? I've probably had these since castle sets back in the day when I was a kid, right? A long time. Look at that. Tale of two halves. Why would one side so, like, that's not sun damage, but look, that's like half and half. It's so clear underneath, isn't it? Wow. This is the one, isn't it, to do the experiment on, because look at that. So I'm going to do that, and I'll video it through the day. Okay, so 1 scoop of Vanish is the brand name here. I think it was called Napisan in New Zealand, can't quite remember. Anyway, 1 scoop of that in some nice hot water, and a whole load of Wild Horses. I keep thinking of the Rolling Stones song as I'm doing this for some reason, but I won't sing because that would be distressing for everybody. So I'm just going to put them in as yellow and whatnot as they are, and then we'll see how they come out. Jeez, that's hot. So I'm just going to leave them here in the sun for a few hours, really, and I'll come back and check on them a bit later. Okay, it's Tuesday afternoon. The horses are still out in the paddock enjoying the sun and hopefully getting cleansed. Little order came in for Singapore, a couple of Stormtrooper helmets, the ones with lots of stripes down the side, so that's all ready to go with the shipping. Still waiting to hear back on the minifigure heads, and everything else is packed up. So all of that's going out, and this is what the postman brought to his and I swear he just looks at me like, what is it that you're up to? Anyway, I thought for a minute that who's this, Gold Coast Papa Bricks had their own custom tiles for a minute, because that was included with a little thank you note, so much appreciate that. But it did give me an idea. That would be absolutely cool thing to do, wouldn't it? To have like a free tile with orders. I mean, you need a lot of tiles. But anyway, so some dark sabers coming in, a whole load of lightsaber blades, a bunch of those Star Wars kind of control panels, some of these crazy plates, and what else is in there? Some just little bits and pieces. Picked up some more of these, whatever they were, sold them the other day in black. There's a box full of bits in here which are really just restock items and things that we're running low on, so there'll be all sorts of quantity of that. And then down here, same, these are all kind of panels, some flags, some blue circular plates, and then in there's probably much of a muchness of the same sort of thing. Say more lightsaber blades, some tiles, some curved slopes, things like that. And I'm not sure what's in this little lot. Same sort of thing again, I would suspect. But I mean, as you know, kind of my modus operandum is really replenishing things that are selling well in the store at a lower price that I'm selling it for, and keeping inventory moving like that. One, it is so much more time efficient than doing parting out, and two, it just kind of allows you to pick and choose what you think is selling a little bit better. The one error in my little scheme was sometimes I put things in the basket on Lego.com's Pick-a-Brick just to do a price check of things, and this is that little bag of parts. So these are the things that I was price checking, and somehow I've managed to go check out with them all, and as a result I now have one of each of these things, which is next to useless. Well, it's not useless because those are the same as those, so it just adds another one to that. But yeah, my error. But it's not unusual, as Tom Jones once said. And people who don't know Tom Jones, I want to be completely lost in them. Alright, I'm going to continue with that, get this all kind of sorted and in a BSX file, and I'll report back. So I've finished putting away and reassigning various drawers and things for all of those parts, which gave us 2,680 parts going in, which is pretty good. It's a good daily hit of parts. Yesterday I put in 1,700, so putting in 2,500 today is pretty good. Keeps things growing, which is obviously what I'm trying to do. This week's going to be a short week. I'm not really going to have any time in the store on Friday, which you'll find out all about later in the week. But so this is that. In terms of interesting parts, let's have a look. The free tile was worth 51 cents, so I'm going to list it. But I do like the idea of getting some custom tiles for orders over a certain value or something. I think that would be pretty cool. Plenty of lightsabers, dark sabers, got some of them now. Restocked on these. These things sell all the time. I don't know why I bought just one of those. That seems a bit random, but got a lot of axe blades, kind of, with this Viking idea set out. I thought I'd stock up on some of that kind of stuff. I didn't have any dark green masonry bricks, masonry profile bricks. I've got others, so I thought I'd just give them a try, see how they go, if they go at all. And then trans black 1x1 tiles, they seem to go quite quickly as well. Every time I've got them, they go. And surprisingly, these kind of make your own hinge bricks sell very well, even though I've got some that are made up. The ones that are actually not made up seem to sell far quicker. A lot of these road signs, again, sold quite a few of those over the period. Managed to get my hands on one of these black rockets and some of them, so they're fairly high value items for the store, which is good. Got a whole bunch of these now, kind of good for greebling and very Star Warsy type stuff. These ones are actually different to the previous ones. These have got like a clear plate notch underneath. I'm not sure what that's for, but they are very different. What else is in here? I think that's it. I think that's all the exciting stuff. And a few bits and pieces that were lying around on my desk. So yeah, there it is. There's everything. 2,600 and however many parts. Let's have a look what that does to the inventory number for the end of the day, or so to speak. Takes us over 150,000. Wow, that's amazing. Good work. And as I said before, I'm still going to start parting out these more unusual sets. Objective is to get a fair few of those in the store before the weekend and keep that number ticking along, which is fantastic. Yeah, so there we are. Happy with that. Not much else to report really. Over on the YouTube channel, anything happening? Oh, we've gone past 300. Amazing, eh? Ticking along. Everyone's happy with that. So I'm going to crack on. I've still got all of this stuff to put away in the tubs and things like that. So I'm going to do this part out and then I'll tidy up for the day. So we start tomorrow with a clean desk. Good morning, Wednesday. 4 orders in overnight, and the minifigure madness continues. It's funny how it kind of comes in waves, and then you go back to parts and then back to minifigures. So 4 orders. First one, Star Wars E, whole load of 5 old firsts, 6 of those, and Bodhi, is it Bodhi, the little guy from Rogue One, and a battle droid torso, but in the dark brown. The only one of those I had, but I've got a load of dark blue grey ones as well. But I'm not sure what the dark brown one is. It's probably for some kind of commander droid, isn't it? This one is a bit of a minifigure thing, so torso, some heads, some hats, a cape, and then an assortment of just parts, a lot of trans blue, unusual colours, nice little mix, and a hose. So that's straightforward. And this one, loving this one, because having just put all of those lightsaber blades in yesterday, sold a bunch of those in all sorts of colours, which is good. So I'm going for a couple of Inquisitors and the hilts to go with that, and a I've forgotten his name already. That is orphan Shin Haiti and Skull, isn't it? That's it, from Ahsoka. Obviously there's a few of them in the store, or there was, so they're the first ones to go out the door, which is pretty good because I think they only really got listed last week. And then this one is some swords and some clips with studs, robot arms, and some tan plates. So all very straightforward, all very easy. 2 domestic and 2 small parcel, which is good. So I'll get those packed up and then have a think about today's part outs. Wednesday afternoon, tidy little order in for a whole bunch of dark red sloped curved slopes, is that what they are? And a little assortment of bits and pieces. I might have to find a bigger drawer for these hoses, because the longer ones are kind of bent in the drawer, and it kind of I guess they must come dead straight when they're new, and then they end up a little bit curved in the drawer, so it's probably not a good look. But I'll have to have a think about what I can put them in terms of not taking up too much room. Maybe one of those smaller drawers, one of those accessory drawers. I bought a new one of those, so maybe that'll be a good place for those these things, because they're a bit longer and a little bit wider than the other drawers. So I've got another one of those, so that might be a good idea for hoses. Anyway, this one's from a repeat buyer. It's Dan, who I think, if memory serves me right, he was building the Flamingo from Lego Masters before, I think. Either that or it was the Fondor Hallcraft. Can't quite remember which one it was. But anyway, nice to have a repeat order. So thanks very much, Dan. Strangely, the new drawers are sitting at the post office. They gave me a call to tell me they were there, even though the app says they're still en route. So I can go and take this one to the post office and pick those up. But first things first, I'm going to go and check on the horses. Okay, so here we are. The horses are back from the paddock, and they've had 24 hours of sunshine and relaxation. And if you remember, when you looked at their underside, it was a tale of 2 halves. So it's quite amazing. That one's still a bit discoloured, but nowhere near as significant as it was. But the others, I mean, they're still definitely playwear, I think. I don't really know. I mean, yeah, incredible. It really has. Like, thank you very much, Tanya. That was a top tip, and it has certainly worked on the horses. I still want to sing the Rolling Stones, but anyway, I won't. So that's fantastic. Very happy with that. just shows you a little bit of vanish and a day in the sunshine, and that's the results, which is cool. So I've been plodding away doing the odd part out. I've done 3 today. They're all single sets, so they're a bit of a pain, but they weren't very big sets. So I've done that Disney set with these very strange little mini doll type figures. Done that one. Done this Minecraft one with this peculiar looking ender or something. I don't really know much about Minecraft. I know the kids love playing it, but I don't really know much about it. But yeah, so that one's done. There wasn't anything particularly amazing in these sets, but and Captain America, which has a lot of really nice dark blue parts, which always go well. So 3 sets parted out today, kind of a total of 900 and something parts, but the actual lots, each one of them had 20 plus new lots for the store, so it's a good bump in lots for the store. I'm taking us up now to 152,000 parts and a new high of 8,635 lots, so that's climbing nicely. Yeah, very happy with that. So that's about it. I've still got this massive collection of stuff which continues to grow. That is on tomorrow's task to tidy up. I didn't go and get the drawers. I got stuck into those part outs. I'll get them in the morning and then switch over the numbering so that T20 or T17 starts over here, and then it works left to right, because that otherwise that'll mess with my OCD. It just seems logical that it should work that way. So yeah, all of that needs to get put away in the morning. There isn't any more orders come in through the afternoon, so kind of I'm off out, which is all right. So try not to be too hungover in the store in the morning. So that's it. Catch you tomorrow. Thursday morning. It's delivery day, that's for sure. Amazon Prime had an absolute bargain on these spider tanks, and whilst the actual set is total guff, the Bo-Katan minifigure goes for more than I managed to get the sets for. So each set, that is, not one per thing. So I picked up 3 of those just for the minifigure. I've not sold any Mandalorians. I wonder why he's called Mandalorian, but they actually call him Din Djarin other places, and he was called Din Grogu somewhere, but Grogu on the box. I wish they'd make their mind up. Anyway, it's all about Bo-Katan. So that's really just a purchase for minifigures at a good price off of Amazon Prime, which was waiting at the post office where I went this morning, along with a parcel of bricks. So this is really a replenishment thing. Profile bricks, Technic bricks, dark blue, a whole load of these, thin lift arms, tiles, wedges, more of them. Yeah, that's literally just a bundle of stuff to go in the store, which is good because it will give me a bunch of inventory along with that to go in today. Given that kind of I won't be in the store tomorrow as I am jumping on a plane tonight. I also need to tidy up, and the drawers are downstairs, so I need to unpack those and get those up here. I'm not going to really try and do anything too flash with those today, but I do want to tidy up all of this so when I get back for next week, I've got things to do. There are 2 orders kind of in. One of them's pending payment, and one of them on Brickowl is quite a big order, but it's asking for a shipping request, and I'd say more often than not, once you get a shipping request and you give them the price, they don't follow through with the purchase because, I don't know, people think that you've got a better deal than the actual Australia Post. I don't know. The prices are all listed, so what were you expecting? Kind of hand delivery? Don't know. So kind of it's a big parcel of parts and big mud guards and stuff like that, so it's definitely not going to fit in a small parcel, so in a domestic letters, so it goes into the small parcel, which is 10.60. So that's the price. Not going to lose money on it just because someone asks for a shipping request. It does confuse me when all the prices are there, and it gives you the weight, so you can see all the information, and you can go on Australia Post and figure that out for yourself, really, if you wanted to. If you didn't, if you had a mistrust of the seller and their pricing, then you could simply do that. But it puzzles me sometimes. But I don't want to go into a rant, even though it seems that sometimes rants are what people quite like on here. But what I've just noticed is there's a whole load of those and a whole load more over there. So they're all to go in the same pot when I actually get to sorting out this, which will be later today. In fact, once I've got the drawers up. So I'm going to go and unwrap the drawers and then bring them up and get them in situ. This drawer here is coming out. I've cleared out these wire baskets, transferred the stuff into that one over there. Whole pile of rubbish developing. I've just got this, these used bags, and I was thinking actually this morning whilst I was having a shower that if I took the trays out of one of these and just had it as a loose tray, I could just dump in colours. So I could have like a black, a white, a light blue grey, a dark blue grey, and whatever else. I could make a whole one of these into used, which would give me kind of capacity to go through those those kind of big storage containers in the storage unit and start parting those out and adding those. I mean, it doesn't make it as easy for finding parts when you've got an order, but I can't duplicate this scale of operation for used in the space that I've got. So I was thinking about how I could make it easier than having bags and tipping them out and putting them back in. If I've got those trays, I could just put the tray and rummage around, a bit like old style kind of Lego building where you're trying to find the parts in amongst all the other detritus. So yeah, that could be a bit of a plan. What I might do is then empty out these bottom T13, 14, 15, 16, those 4 drawers there. So 13 and 14 are large parts. They could go into a storage box like an overflow bin. And 15 and 16 are instructions, so they could equally go into a storage box or into a cupboard. They could actually go up there nowadays, now that that kind of cupboard is getting thinned out of boxes to be parted out. We've got on top of that, so we've created some room up there. So that actually might be a good scheme for next week as we move forward into trying to get a bit more used into the store. So yeah, that's my plan. I'm going to go and get those drawers sorted, and then I'll show you where I get to. 2 orders have come in. This one, a lot of car parts, heaps of wheels, cleared me out in some of these things, which is great. Those kind of bits that go in the middle of the wheel, a whole bunch of grey, dark blue grey, some silver parts, some colourful bits and pieces, including some wheel arches in there. So that's I have to eat humble pie. That is the order that was requesting a postage cost from Brickowl, so I should shut up and not complain, because on the rare occasion that it happens, it's great. So I really appreciate that order, Ivan, and I will learn my lesson to keep my mouth shut. And then this one's just come in, a little order on Bricklink, general parts, definitely kind of a Star Warsy feel, probably a Kylo Ren shuttle or something like that, I would say. So we're going to get these packed up and off to the post office. I haven't managed to do anything with that lot. I haven't managed to part out those spider tanks, but I did put the new drawers in, and we've got the beginnings of some organisation for used parts. What I decided to do was just kind of do that with some of the bits and pieces down the bottom there, but all the drawers are labelled up. That block is completely empty. I've shifted T13, 14, 15 are cleared out. I need to get some boxes next week to store the bits that were in those properly. T14's gone down to the bottom to T16 for now. I'll figure that out in the inventory next week. but it has given me 3 more trade drawers in there. We've got 6 there, we've got 1 at the bottom there, so that's given us another 10 drawers to work with. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some of the drawer units, maybe put 2 in there, a big one and a little one stacked on top of that, to give me a little bit extra room. And as I keep saying, and then that's as a capacity, but I say that every time. So I'm probably not going to get a chance to tidy all this up before I have to start wrapping up the day. I've got some work to finish off, deadline's pressing, so I best crack on, and I'll catch you up tomorrow. So here we are in the Lego store in Auckland, and they have the Venator on the shelf, along with the Executor, the Razor Crest, the UCS Falcon. They've got the dioramas, they've got the helmets, they've got the UCS Venator. I mean, you can't find it for love nor money in Australia, and there it is sitting there. And it's not actually that much more expensive. I wonder what that exchange rate works out at. So I'm in the warehouse, which is kind of New Zealand's equivalent of Big W, but that up house, that is a good price, isn't it? I think it's more expensive than that in Australia, but that's a good price for that. Yeah, they've got big sets as well. That Indiana Temple of Doom, Golden Idol thing, I haven't seen that. I haven't seen that anywhere for quite a long time. Likewise with the pyramid, I haven't seen that places for a while either. One of the things I noticed in the Lego store was that they had a lot of the dioramas as well, and again, I haven't seen those kicking about. Lots of Captain Rexes. A diorama for $153, is that a good price or not? And the DeLoreans, the Lego store had the DeLorean as well. Another set, I haven't seen it for ages. Interestingly, the Dreams sets are on special. They're obviously not going so well. Are we zoomed out? We are zoomed out. Yeah, they're obviously not going so well. What else have they got? It's kind of a lot. Friends. Oh, we got the Friends train. Not a Friends train, the Harry Potter train. The little version of it. Got one of those for the personal collection. Where's the main aisle? Not down there. Here it is. Ooh. Right. What have they got down here? I don't know why I always gravitate. Well, I do know why I always gravitate to the Star Wars section. Yeah, they've pretty much got. They've got the E-Wing versus Shin Hades. They've got Ahsoka's shuttle. They've still got the Mandalorian Fang Fighter and the TIE Bomber. And they've even got some AT-TE walkers. Another set that seems to have made a bit of a resurgence, isn't it? No specials on this lot though. Specials are all down here. Sonic. $8 off Sonic. $4 off Batman. Batman's everywhere, isn't he? Well, they've got I wonder what that works out at. That was about 127, 129 in Big W. I wonder what that works out at. Got the goat boat. Yeah, they've got quite a few things still. That Batman and the Riddler's face-off. Haven't seen that for a while either. Quite a few kind of older type sets. And then city-wise, nothing too crazy. Obviously I sold the Turtles and the Divers out of that set recently. And I sold the Seals out of that one. Animals of the future. Oh, there we got some speed champions down the end here. Ah, yeah. Usual suspects. Oh, giving away the Fast and the Furious. Remember when everyone was hoarding those because they were as rare as hen's teeth to get hold of? Now look at it. On discount. What else is down here? More speed champions. Bit of Harry Potter. Bigger speed champions. Although the part out ratio of that is good. It says that. I don't think I've sold any parts of it, so it's one of those ones that falls into that. Part out value is good. Sell through likelihood 0. There you go. More Sonic. Black Panther. Or Wanaka forever. Who thought that was a good idea to call something Wanaka, eh? It's just asking for trouble. Yep, alright, so nobody's got a Republic gunship. That's what I was hoping for. Never mind. $33 for the per battle pack. That is cheaper than the Lego store, I think. But I'm going to pass and go and check out another store and then call it a day in my international research. So this is the best deal I've found. 2 or more, save 20%. Brings these down to under $30 a go, which ain't bad. Not too bad. But loads of Republic fighter tanks, still got those. Cody and Rex. Yeah, lots. Still packing those out. Gonna get a couple of those. Okay, it's Friday afternoon New Zealand time, so it's still the morning back in Perth, but wrapping the week up really from here. There's been 7 orders which are going to sit there all weekend till I get back on early Monday morning, so it's going to be a full-on day on Monday. But I did pick up a couple of those battle packs under $30 for each of those, and having sold all of those minifigures in the last few days, well worth replenishing. But the pick-a-brick wall in the Lego store in Auckland had some great parts. They had the orange jump plates, they had those red whatchamabobs, don't know what they're called, but they're on my restock list. They had loads of these like carriage wheels. They had 4x4 dishes with solid studs. They had those white things. Can I get a good shot of those? You know those slopes that have got like that little flick up at the end? They had those in black. They had yellow round bricks. They had dark blue brackets like that, and they had orange 1x4s. So packed a cup full of that. Nice little layering. There's a tower of those dishes in the middle there. I know you can't really see those things very well. You know the ones they've got like a peak at the end of it, 2 studs at the top. I'm not sure if it's a slope or a wedge. I think it's a slope curved, I don't know. Anyway, that's a good cup. I think the value on that's going to be pretty good parting out, especially those wheels, because like you just don't really get them in a lot of things. So to be able to get, like, I only picked 20 of them up, but still, it's a pretty good find, I thought, along with a couple of battle packs. So, where are we at for the end of the week? I'll tell you what, the old laptop screen doesn't fuzz as much, but it's just as dirty, so apologies for that. But we're sitting at 141, 422 parts. Didn't do any parting out yesterday, haven't done any today. We did get over 5,000 parts in the store this week, but we've definitely sold a fair few. Speaking of which, where are we sitting on that? So we've only sold 795 items this week. It has been a slow week, that's for sure. We are 55% down on last week, and that could all change, as it has done over a couple of weekends, but you don't know. Just don't know what's going to happen this weekend, especially with me not being able to kind of tidy things up in terms of packing and having things marked as shipped. Maybe that'll count against me, I don't know. So yeah, all the stats are down for the week. The month is stellar, but the week's crap. Brickowl being really absent this week, as I think I've said a couple of times, and all of those stats are down apart from the average sale, which is on a par with last week. So what can you say? You know, okay. The YouTube video has gone really well this week, and I'll get this one boxed off and tidied up. I need to do a voiceover for the little bit that I shot in the Lego store in Auckland. I was going to film the Bricklink, the pick a brick wall, but I was the only person in the store, so it was a bit conspicuous, so I didn't. But it was a really good pick a brick wall, way better than the ones in Perth, that is for sure. Yeah, so that's where we're at. Back to it on Monday, the weekend off, probably a good timely break. In terms of the month, as I said, things are going well, but kind of I don't want to focus too much on the numbers all the time moving forward. I did spend my time on the plane writing a couple of blogs, one around inventory and the other one, the much promised blog about equipment. So I will get those figured out over the weekend and uploaded to the website as well. And that's it. As ever, thank you for watching. Thanks for everyone that's commented in the past week. If you do like the videos, please do subscribe and help push me along to the magic 1,000 subscribers. We are approaching halfway point, which is just brilliant after heading into the last part of the month for a week, 10 days to go till the end of the month. So it's going to be quite exciting to see where we finish the month, given that we're doing some serious reporting on it nowadays. So yeah, there we are. Thanks again. See you next week.